Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here at Full Throttle Sim Racing, presented by Full Throttle Television. My name's Brady Hanna. With me shortly will be Richie Coy, and tonight we are at the Rockingham Speedway. No, not the prison. No, not the wrestler, the racetrack. And this is going to be something to wrestle with for these drivers all night here in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. These drivers are going to be tackling this really tough track here at Rockingham Speedway. Very abrasive on the tires, very tough to get around, especially turn two can catch you out really quick. But these guys are going to wrestle it for 148 laps here tonight at Rockingham. Well, let's look at last week's results before we look forward here. Last week, the series was at Talladega, and we had an exciting one there as well. Austin Denmore, in his first start here for FTSR, takes home the win. There, Clark Ginnikin in second, Justin Gann in third. Teammates 1, 2, 3 there for Speed Demon Esports. Great job for those guys. Great run at Talladega. And you see the top five, Ryan Chapman in there having a solid run with Robert Maliki, and you got Elevated Esports behind him. A team battle there at the end, although those three were out by themselves last week. Great run for those guys for sure. And let's look at the points after following the Talladega race here in the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. It's going to be Brett Garner leading the way with Nick Moreau right on his heels, though, right behind him. Jonathan Atkins in third, Clark Ginnikin and Justin Gann, your top five. Close points battle towards the front. Still nothing settled yet as we just passed the halfway point of the 2026A season. Speaking of the season, we'll look at our schedule here for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here for the 2026A season. Of course, we got Rockingham tonight. We got Bristol next week. That is one you do not want to miss. Bristol is always a fun time, whether you're a driver or a fan. It's going to be a lot of fun to cover that race. It's going to be exciting for sure. Then we had to Kansas, which always puts on a great race for a different reason. It's a really fast drafting track for the trucks. And of course, down to Pocono, Texas, the Glen, and finishing up at Dover for the season. Should be a lot of fun. These guys finishing up qualifying here at Rockingham. Again, we'll check in with the qualifying times right here so far. Looks like everybody's already made a time for the most part. A couple guys still out on track making their laps. And I can tell you again, once again, it's one thing you want to watch tonight for the broadcast is turn two. Really tricky off turn two. If you get that wrong, get up the track, it's really easy to find yourself in the wall or pinching the guy that's above you into the wall, depending if you're too wide. It can be very challenging for sure. But a fun track, again, a repave of this track. We'll look at our track description. Very unique track. The shape of the track, unfortunately, doesn't even show. But the shape of the track is really unique in itself. It's got the little kink down the front stretch, and the corners are just different. Very, very high banked. It drives kind of like a short track, but it's a much bigger track than just being a short track. And you will even see some guys using an apron like that as well. But a lot of fun, a lot of different ways you can kind of tackle the turns here at Rockingham. Kind of like to enter in the middle and drift up and kind of get that arc off the corner of turn two down the track. You don't want to be towards the wall. And then 3 and 4, you got options, low or high. I think we'll see both used tonight. Again, a resurface of this track. Still got some character, still got some bumps in it, but it is much smoother than the original we had here on iRacing. It's an up-to-date track. Smooth considering the waves that you were jumping here in the old version of this track for sure. Everybody finishing up their qualifying laps. Again, looking forward to a great race tonight. 148 laps. Your stage caution, let's see if I can show that, is going to be at lap 35. There's your weather for tonight's race. And qualifying has finished. Got a large group of drivers here tonight, so we're going to jump into our starting lineup early here for the Rockingham 150 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. On pole tonight at Rockingham with a solid fourth place finish last week at Talladega. Going to take the pole tonight. That is the number 17 Ram of Ryan Chapman taking the pole. Second spot going to go to the number 75, Fred Moreau, making an appearance on the front row here in qualifying. Will start P2. Third place going to the 3. That is Justin Gann in his Chevrolet. He's flanked to the right by the 46. That is Simon Madigan in his Chevrolet. Fifth spot for the 9. Great qualifying run for the 9 of Marshall Johnson. He'll be joined by a past champion of the series, the 15 of Nicholas Moreau in 6th spot. 7th place for Austin Demore. He's last week's winner at Talladega. Another solid qualifying run for him tonight. And to his outside will be the 27. That is Clark Gennican. 9th spot going to go to the 1. That is Jonathan Atkins. Almost had a win here last night, but was edged out by Justin Gann. And then 10th spot going to the 4. Another Ram in the field. That is Chad Lane. 11th spot going to Dave Nestor with Alex Murphy in 12th. 13th going to Jack Ritchie. And 14th to Victor Pfluger. You got Brick Casey in 15th. 16th for the 95 of Ted Pullen. You got the 22 of Blackner. Michael Blackner going to start in 17th spot. 18th for Eric Driggins. 19th for Stephen Hassett. And your 20th position going to the 99 of Michael Thwaites. As you look through the rest of the grid, we get ready for racing here at Rockingham. Looking forward to an exciting racing event here. Should be a lot of fun. Trucks begin to roll off the starting line. Can get one of, I believe, maybe 2 pace laps here around Rockingham Speedway. Again, after last week's race at Talladega, your pole sitter, Ryan Chapman, he was a little dejected finishing in 4th spot. They had a large group of cars that they could not catch that top 3. Maybe a little extra motivation here tonight for Chapman to put on a show and try to grab a win here. It was out of his control last week, but this is anything but here at a track that races like a short track. It's a driver's racetrack. But you got to keep the tires on it. That is one thing that has been preached all practice, is how quick the tires fall off here. So you have to keep the tires on it. You got to take care of your car, take care of your equipment, take care of your tires, and see if you can have a chance to win here tonight at Rockingham. All right, pace car is going to pull off. We're going to get the green flag this time by. Chapman leads them down. Fred Moreau in 2nd. Gann, Simon, and Marshall Johnson. Green flag flies, and we are away 41 cars deep. Down the backstretch they go. They settle 1, 2, 3, 4 in line. The battle is for 6. Nope, they settled that one as well. Everybody finding somewhere to ride early on here. Just got to survive these first couple of laps. Let the tire temps come up and be prepared to do what you need to do here in a couple laps time. Side-by-side racing, that's 9th and 10th, or 10th and 11th. Dave Nestor taking it away from Chad Lang, like in a Jurassic Park livery, it looks like. Cool looking car. We'll race you up in front of him, Clark Gennick and Austin Demore. Gennick under fire from Dave Nestor. Nestor at the track is going to open the door for Chad Lang. They get contact, to make contact. They save it though, although caution does fly. Caution out for Joseph Burgess, it looks like. Although he is still rolling, but we have caution number 1 here on lap 3 of the event. Let's go back and look and see what happened at our Best Wheel Tire and Auto Care Instant Replay. Going into turn 1, side by side. Is there contact? Oh, it's there's stuff in front. Gotta go back and see exactly what happened here. So Martin Guerrero is involved. Let's back that up just a little bit and let's see. Oh, it's in front of him. Trying to find our culprit here. That is Chris Gore that was run into. I think that's Joshua O'Connor. Yes, it is. Looks like Chris Gore got a little high there. And unfortunately, O'Connor right in the back of him. Let's go on board. Oh, Chris Gore gets sideways in front of him. Up high. And this all happened behind what we saw on the replay, the contact between the 4 and the other car. Right on board with Chris Gore here, going to the corner. Just loose up the track there, right in front of Joshua O'Connor. Unfortunately, nowhere for him to go, and a couple other cars involved as well. Mark Garreau was one. Let's right on board with Garreau. It happened right in front of him, going into turn 1 and 2. He gets hit from behind. They didn't see it coming early enough, and unfortunately, he gets hit from behind. So tough start to the race for Garreau. I know those guys have had strong starts so far. 89, though, just a little out of shape in turn 1 and 2. Brings out our first caution of the night. And some of the guys in the back taking pit stops. Of course, some getting damage fixed. One being the 4 of Chad Lang. Joshua O'Connor come in for a stop to fix some damage, as well as Chris Gore. Mark Garreau, of course. J.C. Evans apparently involved in that as well, towards the back of the field. But we are 2x2 getting ready for our restart here at Rockingham Speedway. Still Ryan Chapman up front, Justin Gann second. Fred Moreau now slips to third. Simon Mackin and Nicholas Moreau, your top 5. These cars going to peel off right there. We're going to see him get a restart here off into turn 1. Green flag flies, and away we are once again. So racing for second here, the 30 of Gann, Fred Moreau side by side. Simon Mackin trying to figure out which one of these guys are going to go. He's going to try to look to the inside of the 30 of Gann as well. Gann probably taking care of the tires. Gann, our winner last night in the O'Reilly series, so he knows how to get around here. Nicholas Moreau right there behind him, looking to the inside, close, battling off turn 2. Very, very close, a little sideways from the 15. And we still got racing back here as well, as Dave Nestor and Victor Fluker go at it. Almost 3 wide down the front stretch into turn 1. They settle it down to 2 wide. We got Dave Nestor high right here. Good run so far. And side by side though now with Stephen Hassett. Hassett looking to the inside, got to run down the back and going to take that. You can really get freight trained here if you're not careful. Casey taking his time back there. Of course, your points leader right here. Kind of in some traffic right now. Got to be patient here, and he's doing so far. And that USPS machine. Ooh, Michael Blackner close to the wall off turn 2. Chris Sutsky right there inside of him. First start for Chris tonight. Rookies. And while still front to rear for our front 3, although here comes Fred Moreau with a run on the back of Ryan Chapman. Very close racing for the lead. Right there on his back bumper, on the tailgate, as you will, of these trucks here. Simon Mackin leaning on these guys as well, as he kind of inches in on the back door of the Fred Moreau machine. Kind of a Canadian invasion of our top 5 right now. 3 of the top 5, Fred Moreau, Simon Mackin, Nicholas Moreau, are Canadians taking over here at Rockingham.
What's up, Brody?
Oh, look, he finally made it. Look, Nicholas Moreau right on the back bumper of Justin Gann for 4th. Trying to do one better here.
Yeah, so I went to the old Rockingham, and they wouldn't let me in. They said I had to go to the new Rockingham. Still trying to come up into the booth. Did we? I guess we started the race. How are we looking so far?
One caution so far. We're small incident 1 and 2, but we are green. Although here comes somebody down the pits. Oh, this is like Simon Maggin almost got the wall off turn 4 as well. Blackner
it's still a slick racetrack. I know they put new pavement down here, but it's still kind of slick.
Hard on the tires as well. That's going to be something the guys are going to deal with all night.
Yeah, absolutely. I know last night's race with the Xfinity Series, the right side tires were definitely at a premium.
Zach Stevens starting to fall back a little bit. That's Joshua O'Connor inside of him. That's 26, 27. Back here, Joshua O'Connor trying to dig himself out of the hole early after getting involved in that wreck early on. Going to make the pass. Michael Thwaites side by side with Austin Demore. I'll get that right eventually. Last week's winner making a pass. And here comes Alex Murphy.
Alex Murphy's had a pretty good run lately. I think he had some bad luck last week, but that whole Rumble racing has been on a tear lately.
Ooh, a little loose off the corner right there. Stephen Hassett got to his back bumper. Now Hassett going to look high for position again, 13th and 14th right here. Looks like Hassett's going to take it using that top side. We talked about the fact that this outside could be a factor here if we get a long run. And so far right now, it looks like Hassett's able to make that work.
Is anybody running the outside in turns 3 and 4 yet? Because last night that was kind of death-defying. 1 and 2 you could run both.
Not towards the wall. Maybe the second group. Nobody's moved up so far. Still got Ryan Chapman leading. Fred Burrows second. Simon Maggin third. They've all kind of given themselves a little room now. They've kind of spaced out. Justin Gann, again, last night's winner in 4th. Nicholas Moreau rounds out the top 5 with Clark Ginnikin in 6th. Marshall Johnson 7th. Jack Ritchie, Jonathan Atkins, and Victor Fluker, your top 10. We have 19 laps down. Again, racing lap 35 for the stage. So about 15 to go to the stage here. These guys are starting to find out what their trucks are going to do, how they're going to handle. And I hate to tell them, but it's not going to get any better from here as these tires wear out.
No, it's going to get much worse, and there's going to be a ton of fall off between the new tires and the old tires. I think we had like almost 2 seconds of fall off in the Xfinity car. So I don't imagine the trucks might be a little bit better, but you're still going to see a ton of fall off.
And Jack Ritchie right here trying to hang on to 8th. Jonathan Atkins starting to use that top side, gets a run off turn 4, going to look to the inside down the front stretch into turn 1. Going to slide.
High side.
That was a nice little slide pass there into turn 1. Gets by him, slots in line, and they continue on. And I tell you what, that's the kind of passing you want. Jack Ritchie did not lose much time there. That pass happened quick. He got it done and over with. He got back in line. Didn't waste any time side by side. He's able to hold on to that position for now.
You know, it's funny because as the passer, you want to get past the guy, but as the passee, you don't want the passer to make you lose any time. So if you guys can do that just like they did, it's both drivers, not just the passer. And
it shows the amount of skill of these drivers. Both these drivers are very skilled, very seasoned in their time here on the sim. So they know how to make that happen. They make it happen quick, close quarters, but quick. Get it over with, and that's the way you do it. Now I will say though, Victor Fluker is still closing in on Jack Ritchie. He may not be done yet here. Fluker moving into the top 10. He's up 4 positions from where he started.
It's all about saving those tires. It's an amazing. It is truly amazing that if you don't push it for the first 10 laps, how much that benefits you on the back end of the run.
Battle from a couple of guys making their first start here in the league. Oh, it's getting tight off turn 2 right there between Susky and Ward. They get around. I think it's Dave Nestor falling back through the field. Something happened to Nestor.
Mr. Nestor.
fighting hard up here. Dylan Ward, Robert Malikian. Oh, low contact into turn one. That was Chad Lang with a little contact, I think, on, I'm not sure who that was. Was that Dylan Ward? I think it was.
So I just checked on Dave Nestor, and he just got high in turn 1 and 2 and got put up 3 wide and just lost a couple spots. Nothing really actually happened to him.
It is a gaggle back here. They're fighting. It's going out and back. A lot of these positions back here. Brian Messer back here. Dylan Ward. Oh, Dylan. Oh, he's like Messer in the wall back here. Just a little bit of turn 2. Hang on to that.
You're going to see that all night long, especially off turn 2, because it gets real tight real quick.
Talk about that being the trouble spot here tonight for sure.
Well, it is Nest. It's a crazy back here. A lot of new names in here as well.
Race for 11th and 12th. There wasn't a race at all. Marshall Johnson let Austin Noir go into 11th spot. He's going to be hard pressed to get up to the top 10 in front of him, though. Racing close. Jack Ritchie, Victor Pfluger. Really close racing through 1 and 2.
Dave Nestor getting tight off of turn 2 one more time.
Back up front, it's all Ryan Chapman right now. Ooh, he just hits the wall, though, off turn 2. It's going to cost him a little time. It may cause a little damage as well. He hangs on to it, but loses a lot of time to Justin Gann, who's now moved into second. And Gann's starting to close in. As we close in on the end of this stage, we only have 5 laps to the end of this stage, and here comes Gann.
Oh, wow. I just went back and looked. Yeah, Ryan Chapman heavy into the wall, turn 2.
Boy, he's lost a lot of time, lost a lot of speed in that truck, it looks like. Here comes Gann all the way on the back tailgate of the truck in the 3.
Gann is definitely coming into being a tire saver kind of driver, as he definitely used it last night, and it looks like he's going for the lead now, going into turn 1.
Down into turn 1, underneath the 17 of Ryan Chapman. Ryan with that tapping wall. I think he's damaged the truck a little bit, lost a little speed. Here comes the 30 of Gann, side by side down the backstretch as they enter turn 3.
Still hasn't got it done. Ryan all the way up to the high side.
You talked about using that top lane. Well, there it is. And he was able to use it to hold serve.
He did. He got a heck of a run. Now he's trying to hold him Justin down as they're side by side and catching lap trucks in front of him. So this will be interesting to watch as we got, 3 laps to go.
This is going to get exciting. 3 laps to the stage. Who's going to get this done? Who's going to give way up front? These lap cars up front. You got to know that the leader is coming. I tell you what, Ryan Chapman doing a good job hanging on the top right now.
Yeah, actually really good.
All right,
and that's his teammate in front of him.
Ain't going to use the top, trying to get a run off the corner. Oh, that's going to put 17 in a tough spot trying to get off that corner.
Oh, Gann looking to the high side maybe, but don't look now. Here comes the 75 and the 15 to try to make this a 4-way battle for the stage.
All right, 2 laps to the stage. He's got 2 laps to try to get it done. Can the 17 hold on here? So far, so good. He's done a really good job hanging on after letting Gann get right to him.
Yeah, the 4 of them are 4 trucks underneath the blanket here. Gann's trying to get under them. I think they're coming to the stage right now.
Oh, you're right. This is the last lap. They're going to be coming to the stage finish here. It's going to be the 17, Ryan Chapman, hanging on over Justin Gann. 1, 2, Fred Moreau, Nicholas Moreau, and Clark Ginnigan, your top 5.
And there's the stage caution. Simon Magnan, Jack Ritchie, Jonathan Atkins, Michael Thwaites made his way. Last time I looked, he was 11th. He makes it up to 9th. And Victor Pfluger rounds out your top 10 at the stage.
Thwaites, one of our hard chargers, up 11 spots from where he started. He does get 2 stage points from that, so good charge for him up into the top 10.
All right, now I feel like we can start the race now, because now we got a caution. I can collectively take a breath for being late through security here to get to the booth.
Talking about taking a breath. I had to take a breath getting through the starting lineup. We have 42 trucks here at Rockingham.
Oh my, what a field. I know we picked up a couple new guys this week too, so yeah. Fortunately, we didn't get to the over to 43 mark and didn't have to send anybody home.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, and only one caution in this first 35 laps. So great job by everybody so far. So good. A lot of trucks out there. A lot of trucks to run into if you have a problem. Only one issue so far tonight. So good job so far. So good. Here we come in for pit stops. Ryan Chapman going to lead them down. Get some 4 fresh tires and some fuel here.
Yeah, everybody on pit road to get them 4 freshies. But, they did a really good job repaving this place. They took some of the bumps out, not all of them. You still have some track character there with some of the bumps. There's actually a huge bump up in the high line of 3 and 4 still. But I think they did a really good job with this repave here. They've put some new life into this old girl.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun track. Like I said, it's a bigger track that races like a short track. It's the banking's there. You got to slow the car down, but you get some pretty high speeds as well. Things happen fast here, and I think it kind of throws some of the guys off when they're racing here, especially off turn 2. You see some issues. Those guys don't realize how fast they're going. Do they get out of shape or get out of the groove, and that turn 2 wall comes up really quick.
Yeah, so turns 1 and 2, you get that real high bank right in the middle, but the banking falls off coming off of turn 2, and if you're not pointing in the right direction when you hit that less bank as you get off the corner, it'll shoot you right into the wall. You won't even know what happened. Just boom, right in the wall.
I'm just looking through the field, and one guy that's lost a lot of spots so far, down 13 spots, is the 9 of Marshall Johnson, back in 17th spot. He started, 12 spots better? So he started in the top 6.
And right next to him is Tanner Tomasi, who's up 11 spots. So we have the 2 of them meeting right there in the middle.
I was going to say they kind of met in the middle right there. So one going one way, one going the other. Hopefully the Marshall can get it turned around and go in the right direction. But yeah, they are. They're kind of right there in the middle, right there with the Full Throttle TV truck.
Doesn't look like he's hit the wall yet either. So not Marshall, sorry, the Full Throttle TV. But we did have a pass on pit road. Fred Moreau actually made a pass of Justin Gann. So Fred Moreau second, Justin Gann back to third.
Yeah, Moreau retaking that second spot where he started. Top 3 are in the same positions they started. So not much movement up front so far, but we'll see who can finish it off here tonight. Ryan Chapman lead them, Fred Moreau, Justin Gann, Nicholas Moreau, Clark Ginnikin. Your top 5 here as we get the race restarted. Lap 38, green flag flies, and away we go into turn 1.
Ryan Chapman with a fantastic start. It looked like the 75 actually spun the tires, but still manages to come down in front of Justin Gann to put Fred Moreau solidly in second place as Justin Gann tries to prove me wrong as he's looking to the inside in turn 3.
He said solidly, not so fast. Moreau up the track. He's going to lose several positions here. Try to regain it here. Still a long way to go. Just got to get your breath back. I know that's breathtaking at times. Behind him, Austin Lamar, Victor Fluker racing hard behind him as well. But we got them scattering in front.
Marshall Johnson pulling down to the inside. Looks like he's getting
contact. Victor Fluker
Murphy
sideways, but he hangs on to it.
All right, we're looking at 2 completely different. You were looking at Fluger. I was looking at Alex Murphy getting in the back of somebody.
I can't believe they hung on to. Oh, we got a truck in front of him in the wall. Stephen Hassett having issues down the backstretch. Sideways off the corner into the wall. He's going to have to nurse that one. A lot going on early on here in this final stage of the race.
Yeah, there's with 42 trucks out there, it's kind of hard to watch them all. But now you got the 30 back a little bit, so the 30 is in what, 11, so you got the top 10 kind of broken away now. Actually, the top 2 broken away even from them, so a little bit of packs going on. Big packs, large packs.
Hard racing here. There's some hard racing back there that I don't think we're covering either.
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm looking at Michael Blackner, the 13, the 42 Kyle Milken, 96, and some of these I think are some of the newer guys. That's Chris Siskey.
Trying not to give our guys, our viewers, a little contact between the 42 of Milliken and O'Connor, and they're 3 wide into turn 1.
3 wide. That is something I didn't think we'd say tonight.
It's like Blackner's like, let me get out of that. Let me. He's the one that's going to suffer if it goes wrong. So O'Connor's still setting us up with the 42. Kyle Milliken. He's going to break free now. Yeah, that was 3 wide. That was tight racing there. Like I said, I'm trying not to give our viewers whiplash jumping around, but there's so much going on. I'm trying to cover it all.
It is just racing actually all over the place. Now I'm looking. Oh, the 96 of Chris Husky sideways.
On the backstretch, on the apron, we saw last night that if you sit on the apron, there is no caution. And there is no caution.
Still no caution.
So he sits there and lets the field go by. I mean, it's a great move on his part. But there are going to be no caution. Here comes the leaders into turn 3, though.
You spin coming off. Yeah, you spin coming off the corner, and then they get punished by iRacing for not throwing the caution.
See what Susky, see what happens when he coming off the corner there, trying to stay off the 40. Oh, he just gets loose off of turn 2. Trying to stay off the 42 of Milliken. Chris here as he comes off turn 2. Yeah, just breaks free on it.
That's something usually I get tight coming at it too. Loose is, but I guess if you're trying to get off the corner and you're trying to stay off of somebody, you're putting a lot of wheel into it. You could break the back of the truck loose.
You got a crank that's come out from underneath of you. Did a good job though to kind of keep it down there. After spinning, just waiting for all the trucks to go by, and then he got going. Unfortunately, he had no caution. He was below. He was on the apron, so iRacing said, no caution for you.
Yeah, that's... sometimes the iRacing yellow guy, the race director, isn't paying attention. But, no caution. We move on, and we keep on going. Meanwhile, Ryan Chapman and Justin Gann have broken away from Nicholas Moreau in third. Got about a 1.5 second gap from Chapman back to Moreau. Clark Ginnigan is fourth, Simon Magnan fifth, and Fred back to sixth.
That shot we just saw right there, the onboard, and the gyro cam. You can see how much banking there is around this track. Let's see if we can pull that back up for you. Right on board Michael Blattner in the 22 here. Going off into turn 1. Sorry, going off into turn 1. You can see that banking out catches the truck and how much G-force you're feeling there through the corner. Like I said, this track's fast. There's a lot of banking here, so you kind of sit down in that seat pretty quick. You know pretty fast going into the corner how fast you're going.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks that you can really feel how fast you're going. It's a lot of G's because you do. Like you were just showing the in-car, and you land in the middle of 1 and 2. You go in, and the banking is so hard, and you're actually such a tight corner that you actually land right in the middle and onto the seat, and out of the corner you go. But yeah, absolutely.
Michael Thwaite still running in 10th spot, still up in the top 10. Good charge for him. We got some exciting sponsor news involving their sponsor here coming shortly. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but we got some things coming up for the Cyber Raptor guys and their sponsor, Raptor Wraps, I believe it is. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Well, that's awesome news. I mean, Truck Series is bigger and better than ever. So anything we can do to promote companies and teams, absolutely bring it up.
Dan Poulin, another guy on the team there in the 95, up to 15th spot, right around where he started.
So we have somebody in chat that's going to help you with the pronunciation of Austin's name, and it's Moore.
Moore.
And
Moore. Listen, what more I say it, more I'm going to get better at it. All right.
Well, I'm not sure they wanted you to go that route, but that's how they actually put in the pronunciation for us. So it's Moore. We appreciate it. Thank you. And if there's anybody else out there that we're messing up your name, please, correct us. We'd like to actually pronounce everybody's names correctly. Because I know I have a problem with that as much as anybody. So.
Yeah, Moore.
I can barely get my own name.
Now I can. There he is, Mr. Moore. The more he races, the more he races, the more we get to say his name.
There you go.
I'm just making myself remember it. So there you go. Right behind him is Tanner Tomasi. We talked about him charging through the field from the back. Kind of quiet night so far, and that's what you want from the 09. Up to 11th spot, about to crack the top 10. DeMore actually holds that spot. And Tanner trying to get into it.
Into the spot?
Yeah. Into the truck. Into his truck.
Well, you said he was trying to get into it. I wasn't sure if he was trying to get into the truck, get into the spot.
The track, like somebody else.
Do the
contact between Victor Pfluger and Britt Casey. Almost a wreck back there. They hang on to it. Close racing, and now Josh O'Connor has to check up for Pfluger as he gathers things up. Close racing off turn 2. We talked about tricky turn 2. They just kind of ran out of space there and come together.
Yeah, and you know what's going on there is that they're all right there around Mayhem Michael Blackman.
Yep.
Michael brings mayhem wherever he goes. Poor Michael. But, yeah, some heck of racing going on. Josh O'Connor now looking underneath the 96.
I think the 96 is left now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's actually Chris who, yeah.
Oh, that is, yeah, so something here, right?
Husky, yeah, he got.
I was wondering. I was like, there's more trucks there than I'm seeing. I get the click on what's going on. It's so tough, so tight out there. Everybody doing a really good job there. A lot of good racing. Even back here, you got Tony Solari underneath Chad Lang. We're talking about Chad Lang. Look at that paint scheme. I love that paint scheme, man. Jurassic Park. You can't go wrong with that. In front of
oh yeah. Actually, that is good. I like that one. It's like the Jeep. That's good. Very nicely done. They, you know, what's cool about this track is that there's a lot of slipping and sliding going on, but it's a fairly wide racetrack, and it gives you a lot of options in the corner to be able to slide around under and above guys and not get into you.
I tell you what, that Pfluger car or truck is it's a handful off the corner. He's wiggling off the corners. They're right behind him. Stephen Hassett trying to hold off Joshua O'Connor.
O'Connor loose.
Everybody loose. Here comes Britt Casey, our points leader, looking underneath O'Connor now. O'Connor kind of got checked up off turn 2. Thinks he's going to open the door on the outside. Michael Blackner, here he comes to the outside.
What a heck of a lap that was. The 59 tried to get by. The 91 didn't make it. The 88 tried to get by the 59, didn't make it, and Michael Blackner picks up the spot. And now the 88 actually looking to lose to 42 as Tony Solardi got into the wall.
No.
I had to call it when I see it, but he's going to win the Broadcasters Challenge this week by default.
Yeah,
actually, it's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of cars here tonight.
Who's in the wall there?
96. Yeah, the 96. He's trying to get out of everybody's way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lots going on.
Now Hassett under fire. Joshua O'Connor and Michael Blackner there. We show you all this. We jump back up front every now and then to see how close it is. Now, I will say, Gann's closed in on our leader, Ryan Chapman, and Ryan Chapman's closed in on the back of the field. So this is, once again, going to get a lot of fun, really fun for us. Maybe not so much for them.
I was just about to say, I'm looking at the track map, and Justin Gann actually looking to take the lead as Ryan's getting loose. But the track map is completely white with dots all over it. And I looked up, and the 17 and the 30 were just about to hit lap traffic. And it's not one car of lap traffic. It's like 4 is Justin Gann looking underneath.
Yeah, 17 got really loose off turn 4 right there with the 30 right on his back bumper. That opened the door for Gann. Gann to the inside, trying to make this pass can't quite clear. Yeah, he does clear. And he's trying to hold off a crossover.
Yeah.
And he does. Actually uses that top side that the 17 was using. Now put Gann finally solely to the lead in that number 3 Chevrolet.
Gann said, I got tired of you using the outside to fend me off.
I tell you what,
you try it. And
17 did a really good job of defending for that stage win and up so far, but it looks like his truck just looks like it's lost a little bit of grip or a little bit of traction in the rear. Looks like it's a little loose, especially off the corners. Or maybe you used the tires up a little too much. Who knows?
Well, I'll tell you, Gann showed last night, and he's showing here again tonight that he knows his way around this track. He's starting to pull away from the 17 now.
Yeah, he does. That's what we talked about last night's winner. Like you said, he's become a perennial favorite at some of these tracks where you have to save tires. He's really good at saving those tires and showing up at the end of these runs. Once again, he shows it here. Oh, we got a caution. Caution is out.
98.
Eric Driggins around off turn 2 on the backstretch.
And it actually threw a caution.
Because he was sitting on the track. He was actually on the track that time. So caution flies. Let's go back and see what brought out the caution. Our best one tire and auto gear instant replay. 3, 1, and 2 down the track. Oh, somebody washed up into him right there.
Looks like the 16 of Robert Malikian. And you're right, he just stopped on the track with his just his tailgate over the line, and it threw the caution. Well, now we know how to throw a caution here at Rockingham. You got to make sure you're above that white line.
Yeah, just barely. Robert tried to get under him, just pushed up just a little bit. And Driggins wasn't quite up the track. And just going for the same spot off that corner, and that's usually what happens in turn 2. So everybody's going for that same spot. Because the outside guy's trying to get that run off the corner. You don't want to exit that corner up towards the wall because it'll just throw you in the wall. So you try to angle down off that corner. Well, if somebody's under you, you can't go but so far, or you're going to find them.
Yeah, and sometimes when you come off that corner, if you're tight, you'll actually lift a little bit. And I'm not sure if that was any part of it, but you might lift a little bit to keep from hitting the wall as everybody is making their way down pit road here for new shoes.
Was that Hassett that T-boned him as well?
Harrison, the 87.
Harrison. Okay.
Yeah, Christopher Harrison.
He's going to have some damage to get fixed as well. Unfortunately, couldn't miss that one. All right, second pit stops of the night. Third caution, second for incident. So far, so good. 76 laps remaining here at Rockingham. We're already about halfway.
Look at that, and I was here for some of it.
It's going to be a short night. Short night for you, isn't it?
Yeah, good, because my mouth still hurts from my surgery last week. But we had missed that Fred Moreau actually had rebounded all the way back up to 4th. But this caution at least will give him the opportunity to catch back up to the leaders, and maybe he's got something for Justin and Ryan.
I hope they got those Moreau trucks, the speedometers tuned, or the RPM, the shift lights. I hope they got them tuned right this week. I know we saw issues with Nick at Auto Club getting caught by the speeding police. So far, so good tonight.
So far, so good. It looks like neither of them are slowing down to get past, so they'll maintain 3rd and 4th.
Although we got a few that have pushed it a little too far. Speeding police has caught the 09, Tanner Tomasi and Victor Pfluger in the number 13 to the rear.
13, yep. Looks like Jack Ritchie is up to 5th. Simon Magnan and 6th. Jonathan Atkins up 1 spot to 7th. Clark Ginnikin back to 8th. Austin Demore is 9th. And Michael Thwaites rounding out our top 10 here. Oh, did we get another one?
Another one what?
12. He's a lap down. Okay, he's a lap car. I saw another car slowing down to let guys by.
No, okay. Well, we are 2x2. I like these quick cautions. A lot different than NASCAR. But anyway, I digress. Justin Gann is your leader. Ryan Chapman in second. Nicholas Moreau, Fred Moreau, Simon Magnan, your top 5. They're going to extend it 1 lap just to make sure these guys get in the right order back here. Still some confusion.
You might like the quick cautions, but apparently the lineup does not.
They do not. But that is a lot of trucks to get in line, that's for sure. So
absolutely.
It's Hassett's coming back down pit road here.
I mean, we still have 39 trucks on track, so. And amazingly, only 4 trucks 1 lap down. Everybody else, we got 35 trucks on the lead lap right now. I find that amazing. Let's see, we got going back to chat. We got a O'Connor fan out there. We got a couple of Let's Go Richies and Tonka. A couple Ryan Chapman fans, and another Tonka. So we got some fans out there for Jack Ritchie and Ryan Chapman. But anybody else watching, feel free to shout out your drivers. We're about to go green.
All right, pace car peels off. Justin Gann going to lead her down. Ryan Chapman the second. Green flag flies. Ryan Chapman spins the tires. They get off in into turn one scot-free.
Yeah, it looked like Justin Gann spun a little bit too, but not quite as much as Ryan did. As Ryan's in the wall coming off too.
Oh, we got a wreck back here.
Wreck.
Austin DeMar around. Looks like Alex Murphy involved as they spin off into turn three. Caution's going to fly. Just not enough room given off turn two. Did I say DeMar again? I did. DeMar.
I'm not sure. We're going to have to go back and look at that best one tire, because I'm not sure what's going on.
Definitely go back and look at that. Don't you worry your little soul. Here we go. Best one tire on it's a replay off turn two.
Don't worry your soul. Did you just say don't worry your soul?
I don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe we go back and look at that again. Coming off turn two, DeMar I think has a little wiggle there. Not sure if again.
So I'm looking at it. Again. I'm looking at it over the shoulder of the 59, and it looks like the 95 comes down slightly, and there's some arrow push onto the 30 of Alex Murphy, and that's what shoots him up into Austin DeMar.
Looks like there's some contact somewhere.
Yeah, the 95 into the 30.
Oh yeah.
And then the 30 up. But it looks like it was an arrow push, so much the actual physical contact, if you know what I mean.
The 32. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There was some slight contact.
It could. It's like I said on the replay I saw. It was contact, not contact. It was enough that the truck got sideways.
So close.
Yeah. So Austin DeMar, an innocent bystander there. Just some close racing there. I don't think that was really anything egregious by anybody.
You're right. I think there's space between those trucks, but it was so close off that corner that it was just bound to happen, racing that close off the corner there. There's three trucks are packed so close together that that's going to happen from time to time.
Well, we got a couple people taking me up on my offer of shouting out their drivers. We got a Speed Demon, so we're shouting out the whole Speed Demon team, and a Let's Go Chad. And so I think we got a Chad Lang fan out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I think he's our only Chad.
Yeah, we have so many new guys. I have to verify.
We got a Chad and a Chad. Yeah, Chad Curran right there, or Chad Lang.
That's the only one.
Chad Lang in the we talked about his paint scheme.
We did. Favorites. Yep. So Justin Gann is leading us to green, and he chose the outside.
Well,
interesting.
It's a good time to try it. I mean, he just won the tires on the restart last time, but he didn't get away. He's going to try that outside lane. I don't know if he saw what the 17 was dealing with, though.
I was about to say, yeah, the 17 spun worse.
All right, here we go. We'll see what happens here. He gets a good launch off the restart. Does a good job. The inside lane does not get a great job. Nicholas Moreau's trying to fend off the 17 of Chapman. It looked like he almost wanted to make it 3 wide into 1.
Yeah, and it looked like Fred Moreau spun the tires behind the 3, but the 3 got away good.
Racing for third. That's the 17 on the inside. That's Chapman. We got Fred Moreau on the outside. And actually, almost a battle for the lead. Here comes Nicholas Moreau looking to the inside of the 30 of Justin Gann.
I hear that Canadian anthem going.
Shot 75, though. He's been really loose on these starts.
15 didn't make it. Now he's under fire by the 17, who goes upstairs trying to take the lead on the high side.
Wow, he's up at the door to the top side. Here comes the 17.
Yellow.
Oh, caution flies once again. Victor Pfluger involved.
Pfluger, yep. Sounds like there was a 3-wide incident that happened.
Oh, Let's go back and look at our best one time on the curious to replay. Going down into turn 3. Fluger. Ooh. Who made that 3 wide? Who's the blue card right there? Made it 3 wide.
That would be the 09 of Tanner Tomasi.
Ah. Well, I was just talking about a quiet night for the 09. Well, no more. That is a
Fortunately, it doesn't look like the 13 hit anything.
He's got some ruined tires now. He's got to come in for that. But you're right. No bent sheet metal. We'll get some tires and continue on, but he ought to start from the rear, and there's a lot of trucks to pass here tonight.
There's some chatter going on in the in-race thing about between what happened there. There's definitely a difference of opinion between the two drivers.
I bet there is.
And I gotta go in and turn that off because
it's distracting.
It's distracting. I can't talk. All right, there we go. It's off. There. Yeah, so there was a little bit of difference of opinion between the 13 and the 09 about who was clear and who wasn't clear.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be revisited. No question.
Oh, now we got Tony's mom in chat telling him to watch the wall. Unfortunately, the two ladies already hit it. But Mrs. Solari, you'll be pleased to know that he is going to most likely win the broadcaster challenge this week.
Let's see where Tony start. 25th up to 14th. Still a good gain. Starting behind one of his, or beside, I guess, one of his, well, not even beside, I guess, diagonal to the 22 there. Kind of those guys kind of working together.
Pseudo sister teammate.
Yeah, the sister team.
All right. Well, this time we got the.
Tell Michael he's the sister team.
Or maybe Tony's the sister team. But this time we got Justin Gann choosing the inside with Ryan Chapman on the outside. After watching Ryan on the last restart on the outside, I'm not sure I'd want to give him the outside.
I know. That's one thing I just thought about, too. Is like you're giving him where he seems to want to run and where he almost passed you at anyway. So you just, but it is early early days in this run. 65 laps to go. Nothing to panic about if he does get around. But yeah, just like Gann's trying to find the best spot for these restarts. Here we go. The pace car's going to peel off. Justin Gann leading him down. Ryan Chapman in second. The green flag flies.
Everybody had a pretty good restart there. In fact, Ryan is as close to the leader as I've seen anybody so far. Oh, contact. Jonathan Atkins getting hit in the rear there. Everybody moved on. Ryan Chapman looking to the inside.
Race for the lead into turn 1, 17 to Chapman to the bottom. And they switch spots to where they were on the restart. Oh, close quarters racing off turn 2. Always is. And there's Nicholas Moreau in third. Looking at his chops, trying to find which one to follow through here.
And his brother Fred right behind him, and Jack Ritchie putting his name in the hat saying, don't forget about me, guys. I do believe he's a teammate to Justin Gann. Or no, he's not. Never mind. Right, and Ginnigan is the Justin Gann teammate. Ryan Chapman does take the lead.
He does. 17 to the lead. Ryan Chapman back out front. Got that short run speed. He sure does. If it comes down to a short run, I think 17 is going to be a good shot, good shape. The only problem is if we get this long run, he's kind of struggled on the long run, so he's going to have to hope for some short runs to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm back here looking at yeah.
I think I found what you were looking at.
Like the 20s. They are side by side and they are fighting every kicking and screaming back here. Let's calm down a little bit. Man, I'll tell you, it's really cool seeing all these trucks out there, but I just had to do a double take because I just saw a number 23 truck out in the racetrack. And I'm like, no, the guy who's driving the 23 is in the booth. But yeah, apparently we have a Ty Lounsbury out there in the 23.
New driver for Vice Esports.
Looking back up front.
Stephen Hassett's team.
Stephen Hassett's? Yeah.
Got a few drivers out there.
Just looking back up front, Ryan Chapman's still leading. Justin Gannon's right there, and right behind him is Nicholas Moreau. And yeah, it's a 5-car battle up there. This time we got 5, maybe even 6 cars, because it looks like Clark Kinnigan is on that 6-car pilot breakaway.
Yeah, having a good solid night. Clark's one of those guys. He'll show up later in this race. I think he just kind of shows up at the end. He's one of those guys. He's quiet. You don't really hear much about him, and he just shows up towards the end of these races. So he himself even talks about the fact that he just he's been a bridesmaid a couple times, just trying to break through and get that win.
Well, I think he did get a win this year, Clark. I don't remember where, but I'm pretty sure he got a win this year. But he does. You're right, though. He does show up at the end of these races when the pay window opens. Dylan Ward got some new one. I guess he's also on Vice because he's in a Dodge-looking truck. He's looking underneath Michael Blackner back here. Man, I do.
Brett Casey right there too.
I do love this track, man. It just is producing such good racing.
Ooh, tight right there.
This is what racing is.
Dylan got underneath the 22 late in that corner there. They both had to kind of make corrections on the trajectory of the exit of that corner, and that can be tricky at times because that corner, you're limited in what you can do on the exit of turn 2 here. So when both of you are trying to make corrections and make room for each other, it can be a little dicey.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've already mentioned, how fast this track is, changing the course of the truck coming out of 2 is almost near impossible. It's just so fun to watch these guys muscle. They're basically manhandling these trucks in order to get them around the racetrack, and this is old school racing.
This is a true racer's racetrack. I know we go to a lot of tracks that are bigger, that you do a lot of drafting at. You're kind of at the mercy of drafting and where you position your car and everything. This is one of those tracks where you can make a difference as a driver. You can drive the car a little bit differently. You got multiple lanes. You can move up the track. You can enter the corner in different lanes. Everything like that. It's just fun as a driver to be able to change your inputs and change the trajectory of the car and change how the car drives.
Well, I'll tell you who's not happy with this right now is Jonathan Adkins, who has now been pushed out of the top 10 as he's been passed by Michael Flates and Ted Pullen from Cyber Raptor. He's going backwards. I'm not sure if he's having an issue with the truck or what.
I tell you, he qualified 9th, which is kind of out of character for the one as well. So he may just not have the speed tonight. I don't know if it's truck, if it's set up, if it's the driver, what it is, but it just seems like he's kind of out of the group tonight. He was really fast in the Xfinity race the other night, or last night. O'Reilly. I'm going to get that right eventually.
We know what you mean.
But, yeah, I can call it push tools. Maybe we know what I mean. Anyway, he was really quick last night, just like he either hasn't had the track position on it, he's struggling just a little bit tonight. I don't know if it's tight, maybe?
I don't know. I'm looking at his right front. Does it look like he's got some right front damage? Because now he's back to 15th now, and he's up on the high side, just kind of letting people go. So I think he's got some kind of trouble with the truck.
He may. He sparks off the corner right there.
Yeah, the 19 got up in the wall in front of him.
Look who's passing him right now, Victor Fluger. On the charge after those issues, charging its way back up into the top 15. So Fluger rebounding from that spin just a minute ago.
Pretty good rebound, for sure. Back behind him, 87 of Christopher Harrison getting really loose out of that corner.
A Speed Demon Esports driver in 67. He's had a quiet stint here in the trucks. Really haven't heard much about him or from him. that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just hasn't quite had the runs I'm sure he's wanting to have, but
I just following this around, and Jonathan Atkins just got
he's
hard into the outside.
Okay.
And I'm definitely seeing some damage on the right front now.
So it's going to for sure. Now Lunkin flashing a little bit here in front of Tony Solari. He's flashing Solari.
Oh boy. Hope he's got a license for that.
We did see somebody.
Out front, though.
As a matter of fact, we got our second place. Justin Gann actually was sit out and practice with the connection issue. So hopefully he's got that resolved. So far, so good. Yeah, he was sent to the pits in practice. So
wow, okay.
Hopefully you won't see any more of that. Right now, so far, so good. Oh.
So I just watched Ryan Chapman bounce off the wall as he's still leading with Justin Gann, but I also just watched the 2, and I think the 91 kind of get into it on the straightaway. There's cars everywhere, bud. Cars everywhere.
Right here.
I don't even know what to watch. There's so many cars on the track. I don't know what to watch.
Certainly there's a lot going on. Like I said, I keep bouncing around.
Oh, 3 wide. Going into turn 1. Oh, they thought better of it. The 48, the 1, and the 87.
But you're right, that one is going straight back.
So we're up here enjoying the heck out of this race because I just love seeing all this passing. 2 wide and trucks battling. These guys in the trucks, especially in the midfielder here right now, they are probably hating life. They're like, all I'm doing is just trying to pass cars and race cars, and there's cars everywhere. I can't take a break or nothing.
Mm-hmm. It's hard work. We're having to work
yeah,
for
it is.
Work for it tonight.
Oh, the 32 up into the 51. Both make it. Both make it.
Guys, we're racing for 30th. Come on.
Listen, you're racing. It doesn't matter if it's your first or 30th. Racing is racing. We actually got a battle. Speaking of racing, there's a battle for the lead brewing. Justin Gann is all over the back of the 17.
We talked about it, this long run. Here comes the 30 back to the front. Starting to hound this 17 of Brian Chapman. You said he got the wall there a minute ago. We saw that in past runs as well. He's got to be careful with that. If he damages his car, he's going to join that one in the back of the field.
Now, the 2 of them have kind of pulled away a little bit from Nick, who's actually pulled away just as much from his brother Fred. So it looks like it's a 2-horse battle going on as we got how many laps to go here?
39 laps. We're getting them down. Laps. And we saw a rare qualifying attempt for the 75 of Fred Moreau. Started in second, I believe. Or third? No, second.
Yeah, second. But I think he qualified last week too, which was also very odd that he actually qualified. But it's easier to start up front and get there instead of starting 40th.
17, extremely loose off turn 2, opens the outside of the 3 of Justin Gann. And side by side through 3 and 4, Gann's going to use that top side and that momentum to take the lead. Gann back to the front here with 37 laps remaining.
And it's amazing. And in that lap, the 2 of them fighting like that, Nicholas Moreau has closed down half the gap that he had there to the 2 leaders. Amazing
race in action for these guys. They keep trading this lead out and back. You can tell the 17 has a good short run speed car. That 3 has a really good long run truck. And it's funny, they get the passing right around the time they start catching lap trucks as well. So it always gets entertaining.
So we are on lap 113. So we're now officially 40 laps from pit stops. And I am watching trucks completely sideways. Some of these tires have gone away so bad.
Well, this is the new track, so I do not know what the pit delta is. I don't know how far these guys can go on fuel. Ooh, you see Nicholas Moreau sideways off turn 2.
I'm not. Ooh, somebody up in the wall trying to get out of the way. It was a black car. Wow. All right. I'm not sure that fuel is going to be the actual issue here. I'm wondering if tires are going to make it to the end of the race.
34 laps could be interesting for sure. I don't know if we're going to have to make another pit stop or not. I don't know how far they can go. A lot of on throttle time here. A lot of acceleration going on as well. So I don't know.
And another truck having some. Ooh, Biggie Bliss going down. But another truck having issues is the 46 of Simon Magden, who was running up in the top 10, and he's all the way back now to 20th spot. So his truck going backwards.
Yes, he is.
But I'll tell you, a couple trucks going forward. You got Michael Thwaites up to 7th, Joshua O'Connor up to 8th. Both of them up double digits, and Kyle Milliken almost into the top 10. He's 11th, and he's up 28 positions so far tonight.
I tell you what, Thwaites has been very impressive tonight. Been in the top 10 all night.
Oh boy, 3 wide. Guys.
You got to tell me where.
Settled it. So I was too busy going puckering, but they managed to make it. I'm watching the 46 and the 50, the 9, the 51. They're all battling. Like I said, the 46 is kind of going backwards, and they're all trying to make their way by. It looks like the 46 is really loose.
These guys are really close together back here as well, and none of them seem to have a good handling truck, which is a recipe for disaster.
Man, just trucks sideways. It just, oh my goodness. It's fantastic to see, but here we are running for 25th spot, and it's a 10-car gaggle as they're 3 wide now going into 1, the 51, the 9.
That's a lot of trucks in a little spot. We got one sideways. Is going to save it? Nope. Goes around.
Yellow. Oh, don't come up there. Oh my goodness. Oh, he hit the apron and hit the track, and it shot him right up, and there was guys coming. Thank God there was no contact there.
All right, let's go back and look at our best one. Try it all the curious to replay. See what happened here. Going into turn 1, 3 wide.
And I'm not sure it was the 3 wide that actually had the issue.
We about shot up the track, didn't we? What in the world? Who's that behind him? Who made it? Who's the blue truck on the bottom? Is that Casey McMullen?
I think that is Case McMullen, yeah. I'll go back and just verify that. I don't want to talk ill of somebody.
It is Casey McMullen right on the side of the 9 of Marshall Johnson. And Marshall really had nowhere to go there. I mean, he was kind of being pinched by top and bottom there.
Yeah, it just looked like that 3 wide. Marshall got a little pinched down. Looks like the 51 maybe lifted a little bit more than Marshall did, just to make the corner and stay where he was. And yeah, just 3 or 4 trucks coming together where there should only been 1 or 2.
And unfortunately, the 32 kind of paid the price for it all there at the top.
Oh, he almost, if you follow him all the way to when he gets going.
I know. We just saw that.
Okay. Yeah, he almost really paid the price.
All right, well, we're going to have, about 25 laps left when we take the green flag here. Everybody on pit road. This is good news, possibly, but I feel like it's right on the edge of that Ryan Chapman machine being good to go on a short run here.
Well, I'm curious because I'm fairly certain that Justin is not taking off on purpose because he wants to save the tires for the long run. But now that he doesn't need to, are we going to see Justin with a little bit better short run truck?
I thought about that too. He may not be pushing as hard as he needs to or as he can, and so maybe he just steps it up on this last run. Could be hard to handle because usually if you have a long run truck, you can make some adjustments to your driving and to the setup to kind of make it a short run truck as well. Although I don't know that I'd consider 25 laps here a short run, but regardless, it's shorter than what we ran. But still, I mean, you can make some adjustments to make a long run truck faster on the short run. There is very
Well, and
little. I guess you could make adjustments to make a short run truck a long run truck as well, but it's harder to go that direction.
That's absolutely true. And now you got one more thing that Ryan Chapman has to deal with is that Nicholas Moreau's pit stop. He's made up for, I think, might have made up for his issues prior weeks. Is Nicholas passes Ryan and put Nicholas Moreau in second as the three chose the top. So now Ryan's got to pass 2 cars, not just one.
Yep, another hurdle in front of him. But again, we saw how fast that 17 is on the short run. We really haven't seen what the 75 has got either. He's been in the top 5 all night. Can he step up and be a contender here for this top spot? Of course, Clark Ginnikin right back there as well in 5th spot. Jack Ritchie, Michael Thwaites. Joshua O'Connor moves up into the top 10. Ted Pullen into the top 10 as well. And Michael Blackner, your top 10 right here. We're going to extend this one to make sure that everybody gets lined up properly once again.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm reading chat. Looks like there's the 51's got Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast Chevy. He's trying to do a shameless plug for his podcast. That would be probably Nick Alford.
I'd say it's probably Nick Alford since it says Nick Alford in the name.
That's also a very big clue to who
That might be it. It could be it.
I don't know. Maybe somebody was still. Maybe his father's name's Nick. I don't know. I don't know if it was actually the Nick Alford. It is the internet after all. You can't trust names.
Sure.
But it looks like they got the.
Somebody's pretending to be Nick Alford out there.
You never know. I'll make sure we let them know. But looks like the lights are out. The lineup is correct, and we're about to go watch this pace car go crazily off the racetrack.
Justin Gann, your leader. Nicholas Moreau second. Green flag flies. 24 laps remaining.
The 15 spun the tires, and the 17 was all up in his business. That has allowed Fred Moreau to high-side it up into second.
What a mess down the backstretch we've got here. They're trying to sort it out into turn 3. 17 goes high on the outside and Nicholas Moreau on the inside.
Oh my goodness, look at all these trucks 2 by 2 down the front stretch. They're all fighting.
J.C. Evans off track. Something happened back here. Going to sideways in the grass. No caution yet. They're going to continue going. Shaq Curran with an issue as well. Both those trucks going to continue on. Green flag stays out.
Meanwhile, up front, we got Justin Gann, Fred Moreau, Ryan Chapman, and Nicholas Moreau.
Whoa. We got, what is the truck doing on the track here in front of the leaders?
Shad
Curran destroyed the field.
And they're still wrecking.
What happened? Unacceptable. Just wrecked the leaders of the race here.
Oh, you got to go back out of turn.
I know they had issues in turn 4.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back and look and see what happened to Shaq Curran to start here. Back this up and see what. He gets into a truck on the bottom.
Yeah, there was a purple truck underneath them. Like they made contact.
He's got a couple of trucks in the back. He comes across, gets J.C. Evans, unfortunately spins around. No caution flies. They get it righted. He spins back around and continues on.
And then he was limping around just in the groove.
Just unacceptable. Unacceptable. No awareness whatsoever. Riding around in the groove. And there comes Justin Gann involved. So many trucks involved in this one.
There was 2 trucks that I saw that made it through. One of them I know had no contact. The other one I think made it through also with no contact, and that would be the 17 of Ryan Chapman and the 72 of Jack Ritchie. Outside of that, I think everybody in the top 10 caught something. Nicholas Moreau's right front is killed. Fred Moreau's looks like the front of his truck is all killed. And they're not pitting to fix it.
I'm speechless. I've never seen anything so boneheaded in my life.
It's definitely up there. This is definitely going to shake up the event, for sure. I'm not sure that the 15 and the 75 are going to be able to keep up the speed here with their damage, but you got guys now on the move that definitely are going to improve from this. I'm not sure. There was just so many cars involved, so many trucks involved.
Well,
but we are double file.
We are double file. Ryan Chapman now leading, Nicholas Moreau in second, Jack Ritchie, Fred Moreau, Clark Ginnigan, your top 5. Those are the kind of moves you make on a track that they will not have you back, just so you know. Pace car's going to peel off. Ryan Chapman leads the way. Nicholas Moreau in second. Green flag flies. 18 laps remaining here at Rockingham.
That was one of the lineups where the bottom row was twice as long as the top row because there's so many trucks that had gone down the road. Yeah, Fred Moreau is...
Yeah, we've got a lot of damaged trucks out there. Yeah, and everybody's just trying to find out what the truck's going to do here. Ooh, almost threw wide up front here. Jack Ritchie fending off Clark Ginnigan. Joshua O'Connor.
Yeah, Nick's up in the wall now too. But his right front was all tore up. There was no way. They are just going to try to have to get by him without wrecking everybody. So far, so good. Yeah, the 2 Moreau boys are just broke.
They try to hang on, but that's, yeah.
Oh, Tanner! Tanner just spun out to 75.
He keeps going here. They are 3 wide behind him. What a mess of trucks behind him right here.
His fender's flapping on my screen. I don't know what's going on with yours with the 75.
3 wide with a damaged truck.
Oh, we got the 13 up in the wall there. Actually, that's 2 of the 3 guys that were just in the incident, the 48 and the 19. They were in the incident with Chad.
Chad Lane close racing there with J.C. Evans. Sorry, it's Dylan Ward and J.C. Evans.
Meanwhile, up front, we got Ryan Chapman leading, Jack Ritchie second, Clark Ginnigan third, Joshua O'Connor up to 4th, and Michael Thwaites up to 5th.
All right. Thwaites taking advantage of that as well, able to get through there. We got Ryan Chapman now, Jack Ritchie trying to run him down. New challenger, Clark Ginnigan, a teammate to the 3 and 3rd right now.
And Jack Ritchie definitely taking advantage. Like I said, I think he was one of the only ones that made it through unscathed like Ryan Chapman. And he's there, but he's got 2 or 3 truck lengths between him and Ryan. So Ryan kind of on cruise control at the moment.
12 laps remaining when they get back to the line to be 11 to go here at Rockingham. Things shaking up here at the end. Shaken, not stirred for sure. As Jack Ritchie in that Tonka machine trying to run down the 17 of Ryan Chapman. A couple of Rams up front too, Ritchie.
Ram tough. They made it through the wreck. Ram tough. I'm looking back. We got Michael Blackner trying to get to the outside, or is actually on the outside of Nicholas Moreau trying to take over 6th spot with Marshall Johnson right behind him trying to do the same thing.
Blackner trying to make that pass on the outside. Still side by side though as Nick able to get it off the corner. Michael going to clear him off into turn 1. Or is he? 2. Yes, he gets that position. Here comes the 9.
Marshall Johnson.
Johnson trying to squeeze in there as well, trying to use that top side on Nicholas Moreau as well.
Right behind Nick, we got Tanner Tomasi in the 09, Casey McMullen in the 28, and the 32, Austin Damore, having a good comeback from being spun out not so long ago. Oh, there's Brian Bliss there, too, trying to make his way to the front. Heck of a battle going on here. Casey looking underneath Tanner.
Oh, we got a truck on the apron here.
Brian Bliss.
It was Brian Bliss. That's an interesting line through 3 and 4 I haven't seen.
That's the biggie line.
Not sure if he maybe got some help or not, but interesting for sure there. These guys racing hard back here, right outside the top 10. But up front, it's still Ryan Chapman, the gap about the same to Jack Ritchie. Although Ritchie may be starting to close in just a little bit, but he's running out of time. 7 laps to go here.
They're running 7:18 to 7:30 track time, so super close.
Ritchie in the wall just a little bit off the corner there. Jack,
he's giving it
Jack
everything he's
that
got.
is.
He's giving it everything he's got.
Well, he's closing in, though. He is closing in. Those tires going away on the 17.
That time it was a 7.22 to a 6.20.
6 laps. 6 laps to go.
Still racing hard everywhere around the racetrack.
Jack's trying to find any lane that will let him close up just a little bit. 17's a little loose off the corner.
That time he lost the 10th.
He's going to gain a little bit. Oh, he gains a lot off turn 2 right there.
Nicholas Moreau has now just fell out of the top 10 with his damaged truck and put Tanner Tomasi in 10th. No, not yet. They're running side by side.
Still battling. Watching this battle for the lead, though. Jack Ritchie continues to close it on this 717 truck. Which one of these Rams?
Washes high.
I have to try something in 3 and 4, though. I think he's better through 1 and 2, but he can't quite get to him in 3 and 4. As they're getting 3 laps. 3 laps remaining here at Rockingham.
Running 2 completely different lines. It's a 17.
He gets loose. Here comes the Jack Ritchie looking to the inside into turn 3.
17 covers him off there.
He does, but it affects his exit. Here we come. 2 laps to go. He's closed in the gap. On the back bumper of the 17 through 1 and 2. Tries to back up, gets a run off the corner. Does he do it?
Time he didn't wrap the bottom that time. It looks like he made him cost him, but he's getting through 3 and 4 really good. Getting a run.
To the white flag. Oh, he gets a little loose, out of shape. Here we come. White flag, 1 to go. 17 throws the block. Ritchie looking to the inside into turn 1. Close racing.
Just got the fender there.
1 and 2 there, right on the back bumper as they exit turn 2. Here comes Ritchie to the inside. In turn 3, does he send it to the inside? 17 blocks. He can't quite get there. Through 3 and 4, I think that's going to be it. Off turn 4, the 17. Ryan Chapman holds on and is your winner tonight at Rockingham.
Man, he had to work for that one.
Woo!
Jack Ritchie was all over him. What a job by both of them. Not to get into each other. And Ryan Chapman with the win.
He had to throw a few blocks trying to keep that Tonka truck behind him, but he's able to get it done here. Ryan Chapman finally turning this season around here at Rockingham, gets the win here tonight. What a race.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jack Ritchie had the opportunity to get into him and chose the better part of valor to try to get by him clean and wasn't able to do it. So it still comes home P2. Great job by both of them.
What an exciting finish there. Chapman and Jack Ritchie. Both of them should, like you said, should be commended for some close racing, but some clean racing there at the end. Great finish. I'm sure Jack's going to enjoy the points. Ryan's going to enjoy this win. I'm sure Jack's going to win a couple of these this season if he keeps that up. Great performance by all of them. Clark Ginnikin finishing 3rd as well. Let's look at our results here for the Rockingham 150, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here. Your winner tonight, Ryan Chapman in the number 17 Ram, gets it done. Started from pole and won this race. So good performance for him as well. Definitely had a short run car, but had to hold off a hard charging Jack Ritchie, who finishes in second spot. Great run there. Clark Ginnikin finishes in third. Michael Thwaites, fourth place finish. Awesome job for that team and that driver there. Top Toyota as well. Ran into the top 10 all night. Solid finish inside the top 5. Fourth spot for him. Fifth spot for Joshua O'Connor. It was an up and down night for him for sure. Finishes on the up. Finishes in fifth spot. A top 5 for him. Michael Blackner climbs into the sixth spot. Solid finish for him. Look at Casey McMullen from the back to finish seventh. Great run there. Austin Demore finishes in eighth. Could have got Demore, but no, he finishes in eighth. No, I'm kidding. He lost one. He started in seventh, finished eighth, so he's right there in the same spot there. Great run for him, our winner from last week. Marshall Johnson, the 9-car in ninth spot. Our second Toyota on the list there. Great run for him. Tanner Tomasi comes home with the top 10 finish. Was up and down for him as well. Finishes in 10th. 11th spot for Brian Bliss in the 8 truck. I'm sure he'll take that after the some of the runs he's had this season. 11th spot's going to be good for him. Stephen Hassett, 12th. 13th for the 2 of Alan Duranco. 14th for Nicholas Moreau. 15th going to Tyler Lounsbury. First run for him in a top 15 run. 16th for Tony Solari. 17th going to Chris Susky. 18th to Dylan Ward. 19th to J.C. Evans. And 20th going to Eric Driggins.
Donnie Batiste will come home 21st, with Victor Fluger 22nd. Zach Stevens comes home 23rd. Martin Garreau 24th. Robert Malikian 25th. Ted Pullen 26th. Christopher Harrison comes home 27th. Fred Moreau comes home 28th after running up front all night long. Brian Messer 29th. Actually, and that was our last car and truck on the lead lap. So we had 29 trucks finish on the lead lap. Britt Casey, our first car lap down in 30th. Dave Nestor, 31st. Kyle Milliken, 32nd. Simon Madgen, 33rd. Chad Lang, 34th. Justin Gann, unfortunately, comes home 35th tonight. Shad Curran, 36th. Jonathan Atkins, 37th. Joseph Burgess, 38th. Alex Murphy, 39th. Chris Gore, 40th. Derek Catt, 41st. And then I have Barry Kramer, who doesn't look like took any laps, finishing 42nd.
All right. Well, there's your rundown for tonight's race. Richie, take a break. We'll be all right. That's a lot of reading to do.
Yeah, it is.
But we're going to take a quick commercial break ourselves here. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers of tonight's event. See what they have to say about this exciting finish, exciting racing here, coming back to the Rockingham, to the Rock, I should say. But we'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here, Rockingham, finishing up the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. What an exciting finish we had here tonight between the 17 and the Tonka truck. His number.
72.
7. All right, let's kick it over to our starting line. You want to do it again? No.
Let's do it again. I missed it the first time. Let's do it a second time.
Let's go to our post-race show. Here, sponsored by Sim Racing Points, and talk to our top 3 finishers. Let's see if we can pull our third place finisher in, Mr. Clark Ginnick. Clark, man, congratulations. What a solid finish here tonight. Third place. It was an exciting one for sure, man. There's a lot of good racing out there. I know you saw parts of it. Was able to work your way up to third, man. Solid finish once again.
Yeah, I mean, it's driver error for me, and my teammate was probably the best car here. I hate it for Justin. I thought he really deserved to win this race. He was phenomenal all day. I struggled. I threw a bunch of random changes at it before the race, and I made it worse. But I'll take a lucky third all day.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, man. I was heartbroken to see what happened to the 3 there. I have no words. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Unfortunately, I mean, he was leading the race. You're right. He was in position, had a good long run truck, and was kind of sitting in position for first there. I know you came through it. What did you see? What was your reaction? How did you handle that as you came up on that off turn 2?
Yeah, I was kind of distracted, to be honest with you. Phone was going off down to my left. I peeped down because I had a gap, and then I looked up as we got into the corner, and I saw there was a slow car in the middle of the track, bunch of smoke, and it looked like there was another car just off of 2. And I didn't know what happened. Like if that car had been sitting there, if that car had a problem, it was just super off the pace. And then it just looked like, the way that the turns are here at Rockingham, specifically turn 2, it narrows up quite a bit, and you kind of have to condense down. And I just think the 3 was carrying so much speed, so many trucks right on his bumper, he couldn't get slowed up, didn't have enough time to make a maneuver. And I think Shad's truck was destroyed too, so I don't know if he could have moved if he wanted to. It's just super bad luck, man. I hate that for Justin.
Yeah, I do too, to be honest with you. I hate to see that happen. He definitely deserved to be in contention, if not win this race, at least be in contention for the win here tonight. Had a strong truck, led so many laps, and to see it in like that is disappointing, to say the least, man. But again, talking about your runs, man, another solid finish here tonight. Good for the points. You kind of just working your way up the ladder, man. We talked about it. You've had solid finishes. You're one of the Mr. Consistencies of the series. What's your thoughts? What do we got? Rockingham. We got Bristol next week, so we go to another short track. Are you prepared for that one?
Oh, I'm absolutely not. It's going to be survival, man. There's so many competitive guys in the series, and the way the trucks are, it's so hard to get away from one another. You really need a super long full fuel run, and just the way these races kind of shake out, the amount of laps and the type of tracks we're going to right now, it's kind of tough to do that. I feel like when we do get those full fuel runs, I tend to do better, kind of like Darlington. But without that, I'm not the best at hot lapping. So it's a bit of a struggle. It's just going to be survival, man. I'm just trying to put together good finishes and bring it home in one piece. I feel like I've done a really good job of that so far, and hopefully we can keep that going.
Well, you were the top finisher on the team this week, so I guess unfortunate circumstances that brought you to that, but you are the top finisher, man. So congrats once again on your third place finish. A solid run tonight. I'm going to throw it to you. Let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, appreciate you guys broadcasting all that happens here. Again, sorry for Justin, man. He was definitely the dominant car today. Appreciate all the guys at Speed Demon Esports. And guys like Jonathan Atkins, Jack Ritchie, ran me clean all day. It's fun to race guys like that. We got a real good group in this league, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Absolutely, man. Look forward to seeing what you can do next week. We'll see you at Bristol, man. Congrats again.
Thank you.
All right, here's your third place finisher tonight, Clark Ginnick, getting it done for his team. Unfortunately, carrying the banner after what happened there off turn 2. But Richie, I think you're standing by with another Richie, Jack Ritchie, our second place finisher.
Yep, we can call this the Richie and Richie show, but Jack Ritchie comes home P2 tonight. Fantastic job. You tried everything you could to get by Ryan there. Was there anything more that you could have done differently to try to get that win tonight?
Not really. The only thing I could have done was hit him. I mean, I thought the blocks on the last lap were a little egregious, a little over the line, but with the last lap rule, I'm not trying to wreck anybody for a win. So it is what it is. still a good result. I thought I was a sixth place car tonight, eighth place car. So that crazy wreck with the lap cars, I don't know what happened there, but even to be put in that position, I'm cool.
Yeah, yeah, we noticed that there was definitely some blocking going on by Ryan. He had been up front all night long. Definitely probably didn't want to see that win go away so late, but you definitely put the pressure on him. You were there. I don't know. You were right around the top five all race long, and then with that lap car having an issue off four, took out so many cars. It looked like maybe you and Ryan were the only ones that actually made it through. What was your viewpoint there? How close were you to any any if any contact?
With on during the wreck or with Ryan?
Yeah, with the wreck. Sorry, with the wreck.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of saw the two cars up there in turn one and two, and I saw that they were going really really slow, and I kind of braced myself for something crazy to happen because usually when I race officials, it does happen. So I wasn't really sure like what was going on, but I kind of just tried to stay low. I backed up a little bit more than I was usually, and just luckily got through it. I mean, it was sliding down the track, and I think me and Ryan barely got through it. I think he did tap the wall just a little bit.
Yeah, well, either way, you guys definitely made it through with a whole lot less damage than a lot of the other guys that are around, and you were able to capitalize on it and pick up a few spots. And like I said, did a fantastic job there at the end, putting all that pressure on the 17, making them work for it. But awesome job tonight. But we're heading to Bristol next week, another short track. This one's a little bit shorter, but bit more high banked. Are you ready to repeat this and maybe get one spot more next week?
Yeah, historically, I'm not very good at Bristol. It's very hit or miss, so we'll see what we got. I didn't really think I was going to be that good tonight, and I mean, these tracks aren't similar, but the banking and how fast it is a little similar. So we'll see what we got. I think Brett will be back next week too, so maybe I can get some tips from him.
All right. Well, that's we look forward to seeing what you got, and we can see if your consistency pays off, and see if you can't take one more step forward next week. But I'm going to open up the floor for some shout outs and sponsor plugs.
All right, shout out to the guys from work that are watching. They tune in every week, whether I'm running 20th or running second. So I appreciate that. Shout out to my team, Barbecue. Brett's not here this week. He's over in Ireland being a bum, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my.
But he'll be back next week, and we'll try to get him again. I think I held the team points lead tonight, so I did my job. So I'm looking forward to it next week.
Well, awesome job, and we can't wait to see you next week. Thanks very much. And Brody, I think you might be down there with our winner, Ryan Chapman.
Yep, down here in Victory Lane with the 17, Ryan Chapman, and getting it done here tonight at Rockingham. But man, you had some obstacles, and I mean that in every sense of the word, obstacles to avoid there tonight.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it was that last wreck kind of put me for a whirlwind. Yeah, I did not expect that. I saw Shad slow down, so I kind of backed up, and it all kind of just unfolded right there. And I peeled down low, and next thing you know, we were back leading again.
Well, listen, it wasn't just that either. I mean, you looked like you had a really good short run truck, was able to jump out the lead on all these restarts. But man, it looks like it kind of struggled on the long run. Were you dealing with a tight run, tight truck or loose truck? What was going on there, or did the tires just fall off?
No, compared to officials and all the testing I do in those, it definitely swung differently than I expected it to. So we did struggle a little. Like my tires were actually really good. It's just we were struggling with it just turning tight late in the run. Like I could hang out there for like 30, 35 laps. Once we hit 40, I just couldn't get the turn I needed to get off the corner. But yeah, it threw me for a little whirlwind. We tried loosening it up a little bit. It still wasn't where I needed it. But I was just hoping. I knew if we could get down to like 30 laps, I knew that I could possibly get out there and get away and kind of just run with it. But we made a late change on the truck to try to just free it up a little bit, well, a lot more, and it it took a much different turn than what I felt in the like I said in the officials. So that's kind of why Richie was able to stick with me. Because if I left it alone, I really think no one had anything for us on the short run. Um, But
He did more than stick with you there too. He tell you what, you kind of jumped out to a lead there. He kind of hung with you, and then he closed in there at the end. Was putting a lot of pressure on you there at the end. It had to have you worried. It was some very very good race for you guys. Very close. Those last couple of laps, man. It was exciting. It was entertaining up here, but I'm sure you were kind of sweating it back there too because he kept getting those runs off turns. It seemed like you were better through 3 and 4 than he was, but he was better than you in turn 1 and 2.
yeah, and that's all because of the adjustment that I made. I tried to loosen it up a little too much, and like I said, I should have just left it alone because the thing was a rocket on the short run. Like we would pull, and I would have Gan by like point 0.5, point 0.8, like all the way out to like lap 25, 30. So I don't know why I made the adjustment. I felt like everything was going to go green with Gan there. So I was like, maybe if I can just free it up a little bit, I can maybe have that edge. But it honestly didn't work out. And I heard him say they were egregious. I mean, my spotter called me clear, so I went to make the move. And 1 and 2, yes, it was close. But he did drive it in there underneath me. And then 3 and 4, I had him cleared. He just tried to drive it on the apron and swing up and get underneath me, which, I mean, he's trying to go for his first win. I get it. I did the same thing when I was trying to go for my first one. I was doing everything I could to get it. But at the end of the day, we're here to win races. I'm here to win races for Elevated, here to win races for EPI, here to win races for the people watching. I know my mom's watching, my girlfriend's watching, my dad's watching, Brandon's watching, and had to get a win in the Ram. So there's a lot on the line tonight, and I felt like we really deserve this, especially after the last couple weeks. Darlington, Dega, I feel like I need to get back in this winning state.
Yep. And I think, you did have. I was going to throw it to Richie, but I'm going to finish on this and then throw it to him. You've had some struggles here as of late. I want to say as of late, you finished 4th at Talladega, but before that, you've had some issues the last couple of races, and it is important to kind of get that turned around. We talked about Talladega kind of being maybe a turning point of a solid finish, and then tonight with the win, you kind of turn in the corner because it's been a rough start to the season for sure.
Yeah, like I said, Darlington kind of threw me for a whirlwind. I'm still kind of all confused on how all that happened, but I mean, it is what it is. It's racing at the end of the day. Darlington's a tough track to tame, as they call it. So at the end of the day, I'm just me. I'm here to race for my team, here to race for EPI, and just here to put on a show and just do what I know best, which is to run up front and to perform.
So I'm me, and that's how it's going to be. I understand completely. All right, I'm going to throw it to Richie. Richie, I'm going to let you have a few words.
You said exactly what I was thinking, buddy. But I was just gonna say, Ryan. I mean, so they were able to repave this track, bring life into this um, old school NASCAR track. Tell me your thoughts about the track and the pavement and what it's like to run one of these old school, really fast bull rings.
You got to keep the bottom. You gotta keep the bottom. You can't let. That's why I was fighting him so hard to keep him behind me, because I knew if he got that bottom, he was gonna have that advantage. Because the middle is only so good if you have the right truck for it, which I didn't have the right truck for it in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I can make work. But the bottom is really key here, especially early on. It's not like the old pavement where you can run it up high, run it to the wall, and dime in the corner anymore. You really have to keep that bottom, and then later on in the run, you can kind of start working the middle. But it really all depends after like 20 some odd laps, depending on how your truck's working. So I like it, but I also don't like it because that bottom is so key. And if someone's in front of you, you can get aero grief, you can aero grief yourself, just being behind people. But yeah, I mean it's definitely a new fun track, but like I said, that bottom is a big play, especially in 1 and 2.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Great job out there. Kind of get things turned around for the season, get this win under your belt, and kind of charge forward, man. We got Bristol next week. Look forward to seeing you next week at Bristol, see what you can do. But I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Well, last time we were at Bristol, I finished second to what's his name, Brendan Polt. So I don't see him anymore. So we might have another one on the bingo card. But shout out to Branded, shout out to Elevated, EPI for the set. I mean, I know their sets are fast on the long run. I just got to figure it out here. But obviously my mom and my dad for watching always and supporting. They actually called me today at work asking me if I was racing. Victory Fuel, Elevated Outdoors, Gums Auto, Ram, obviously getting the Ram victory lane. So pumped about that. But yeah, everyone over Elevated that helps out, and obviously EPI again. And I know my girlfriend's watching. This is her first few races watching, so she's having a blast and asking me a ton of questions. So I'll be getting a phone call later about that. But yeah, man, you guys for putting this on, the admins. I know I could be a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love racing here. And like I said, some people are gonna hate me, some people are gonna love me, but you know what? I'm here to race, not here to make friends.
Okay. All right. Well, man, congratulations. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, Richie, it was an exciting finish to a great race there. And we look forward to getting some more action next week at Bristol. You do not want to miss it. Tune in next Wednesday night, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television for the Bristol 200, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. In action, some more great racing like you saw here tonight. You can see it next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle Television. But that's going to do it for us here at Rockingham Speedway. The winner, Ryan Chapman, takes home the win here tonight after an exciting finish. The last couple laps duel between him and Jack Ritchie. He comes out on top. So for everybody at Full Throttle Television, for Richie Coy, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week from Bristol.